What is up, everybody? And I'm sorry that I haven't made this video for like the past couple of months. I'm sorry, but I was busy with school. But let's just get straight to the review, which is what you guys are here for. Now, this game is actually a pretty good game. Actually, I actually like it. But I'll also talk the pros and cons of the game. Now, let's start with the game and how it would, let's just talk about it. Now, the game, this is how the game works. You're either Froggy, Kitty, or Croco. You're the one of those characters, and you're dodging knives by your mother-in-law, and you'll also bite the bitch, which is there's a bar on the top, which is when it's full you can bite her. I don't think I have to explain into much detail on how the game works. I think you guys already know how the game works. It's a pretty simple arcade style game. But let's talk about Froggy, since that's the first character you get. Now, Froggy is actually a pretty good character. In fact, it's one of my second favorite characters in this game than the actual game. But now, each of the three characters have their own special abilities. Froggy can double jump, Kitty can reflect knives, and also can lay on the ground. And Croco can eat knives. Now, first of all, let's just talk about Froggy. Now, Froggy, or you can double jump like I said, but at the same time you want to be careful when you're double jumping, since you can land on a knife. Most of the time, if you land on the blade, it will actually cause pain. However, if you actually land on the handle, you actually knock out the knife, which is pretty cool, but at the same time it's pretty tricky since you can still take damage. Now, to be able to unlock other characters, you have to dodge over 100 knives. Now, let's move on to Kitty now. Now, Kitty is actually pretty difficult, and actually, Kitty was my least favorite character. I'm sorry, but I didn't like Kitty. You might be wondering why. You said the kid reflects knives, lays on the ground, which you can avoid knives. Yes, that's actually true, but the reflection kind of does suck. It doesn't last for that long, which it can be risky sometimes. Mainly because if you either reflect a knife, there will be another knife behind, and you can take damage, which kind of sucks. Also, another thing is that when you're laying on the floor, which is honestly the best thing to do when you're dodging 100 knives to move onto Croco, if you get up and there's a knife, now if you're not laying on the ground, the knife can go over you, and you won't take damage. But when you're laying on the ground, and let's say the same knife would be at the same distance if you're standing up. If you got up, you would actually take damage, which to me doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, but maybe it's due to hitboxes. And in fact, I think this game actually does have hitboxes. Now, yeah, basically, pretty much Kitty. Not a big fan of Kitty. Now, last of all, Croco. Croco, in my opinion, is my favorite, and I'll explain that. Croco, what he can do is he can pretty much, once again, he can eat knives. Now, what makes this, pretty nice is that he is small, right? He is on the ground. And not a lot of knives can get him, right? But when a knife comes to him in his distance, let's say a knife is going in the same range as him, he can eat the knife, which all you have to do is press the up arrow to jump, pretty much. But be careful, because other knives can be above you, and you could take damage from them, which is quite annoying, honestly. But at the same time, not a lot of knives are gonna be low as you, alright? Which is, honestly, it's kind of dumb, to be honest. I understand that this game, it doesn't get a lot of attention because the game is it's a very simple game. It's not as Finest with Froggy 1 or 2, or Froggy versus Mother-in-Law 2, which in my opinion, Finest with Froggy, Froggy versus Mother-in-Law 2 is the best one. It's the best game that Gleb ever made. I haven't played all of his games yet, but in my opinion, from what I know, right, from what I like right now, that is my favorite game. Well, actually, you know what? If I have enough time, I might even make a review on that. But you know, that's all I have to say, and I give the game a 4 out of 5. You know what? A 4.5 out of a 5. Alright, because I like the game. You know, it's a pretty good game. But yeah, you know, I might play, you know, again one day. And yeah, that's all I have to say. See you guys next time.